AI, oh god. There's this series. It's a 2-video series by Quest, who talks about the comparison of Kwebbelkop and Neuro-sama as AI VTubers. Some of you might already know my opinion and how, you know, it's like two completely separate things. One of them is very, very high quality, lots of effort put into, and the other one is kind of a slop. There's 2 videos to the series. I would love to watch those 2 videos if you want to. So it's a 2-part series. It's 2 videos. Kwebbelkop is actually a crazy story. It is. I watched like a couple of videos about it of people like those typical YouTube documentary people who like to compile the stories of creators and where they are today, or the rise of them and the fall of them. I love watching those, right? Let's go, guys! Let's go!
AI. Depending on who you ask, it is either the monster under the bed or the tool that will lead humanity to a more prosperous future.
I said it before and I say it again. AI is nowadays such a buzzword. There's different types and usages of AI, of artificial intelligence. And you cannot just say AI bad and use it as a buzzword like that, because that's not how it works. If you're like, oh yeah, generative AI for art, for example, art of any kind is bad because it needs input and it steals art from other artists, that's something I can respect a little bit more. But you cannot just say AI as a buzzword and then say it's bad, you know? It's a tool and it has different ways of existing and different usages and forms of usages. And you cannot just say one thing that is like this big umbrella term, this huge umbrella term, just bad. That's not how it works, guys. Just making that clear.
In reality, the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Well, come in.
However, with AI invading every single industry known to man, content creators have been looking for ways to capitalize on
Kwebbelkop,
this
by the way.
new tool. And we currently have 2 high-profile cases of this happening. One that has been objectively admonished and shunned by the community, and the other that has
The difference in quality, man. Gives me whiplash.
been accepted with open arms.
Gives
But
me
really,
whiplash.
What is the difference between these two? What makes one low-tier cash-grabbing garbage and the other a based and beloved content-making machine?
I love how he's very passionate about this. Very, very passionate. I love that.
Why is Kwebbelkop hated and Neuro-sama loved?
Because Neural is freaking amazing and that'll put a lot of work into her, and lots of work goes into her every day, every single day. All of the code is self-made, you know? It's years of work and branding and art and coding and all of that. It's just, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's actual self-made hard work. There's a difference because something a lot of work went into and something that's just lazy slop. There's a big difference between 2 things like that.
That is the question that I seek to answer today. Let's begin this discussion by
years
looking
of
at
effort,
Kwebbelkop AI and the man behind it, Jordy, aka Kwebbelkop. He was a long-time and very successful YouTuber who made his career
Minecraft
over
it
a
was.
10-year period being a daily uploader and grew his channel to heights of 15 million subscribers.
That's insane. Imagine.
Even if you look back just a couple of years, Kwebbelkop was still relevant, but today he no longer pulls the same views that he used to. His downfall.
There's so many videos about this. It's insane. There's so many videos about this. It's crazy. This is crazy. No, honestly, it's impressive because he was very well liked and he was very big, and like, I get that at one point the grind might get exhausting, you know, but it's kind of a bad way to optimize your content in a way. I don't know.
And subsequent AIification is actually a very well-documented phenomenon. What isn't a well-documented phenomenon is the Gundam gang that is taking over the internet.
Thank you
Click
for
the
the happy
subscribe
birthday.
button to join the Gundam gang and join the
Gundam
movement.
gang. I love Gundam.
After 10
Gundam.
years of being a daily
Even
uploader,
Charlie, yeah.
Jordy began experiencing burnout, where he lost the passion and the drive to continue.
That's real. That's respectable. That's understandable. The problem is of how he handled his content and his viewer base, I guess, because it's kind of, I guess if you just, you know, you say, I have burnout, it would be more respectable to change your content style or to go. I get that it's scary to lose the source of income, but I don't think it's realistic to expect to have the same source of income if you just throw in a lazy AI VTuber to make your content and call it a day, you know? It's like, it's kind of unrealistic to imagine that that would keep your content, like your income coming in, I guess. I don't know.
Continue making
It's
YouTube
weird.
content.
I wonder, that's the thing, I wonder in what world he thought that would work, you know? Why would he think that? That's what I'm wondering.
Unlike other very successful YouTubers who eventually experienced burnout, Jordy was not ready to give up YouTube.
That's understandable.
Instead, he decided to look beyond the limits of mortal flesh and started experimenting with AI. Jordy's first foray into AI was a channel called Blue, which could be
I thought that was just a VTuber channel. I thought that was, like, different.
seen as a precursor as to what was to come next. Blue was a VTuber channel made for kids that was partially run by AI.
Oh, partially? Really? I thought that was just a VTuber channel. Maybe I'm just stupid. No, that's crazy.
But still required a majority of human input in order to keep going. It was over this time that Jordy's fascination with AI would turn into an obsession, and he would eventually come out with Kwebbelkop AI and begin tweeting about how AI influencers are the future of.
The problem is, if he would have put the work in, it could have worked. If he would have, you know, put the same amount of effort, work, and love and care into it as a Vettel does with Neuro-sama, yes, that can work. Because there's passion, drive, effort, work, goes all into this, and then it's worth something. There's value behind that. The problem is, that wouldn't save you from your burnout. He just wanted an easy way out, you know? And that's not how it goes with the content creation sphere, sadly. Like there's no such thing as like an easy way out, except if you already, you know, you can retire. Then I guess there's an easy way out. But it's like you cannot just think that you can. This makes me speechless. Honestly, this makes me speechless that he thought he can do the low effort move and expect it to work.
Influencers.
So
little did
I don't know,
he know
man.
that he was actually correct, but the first beloved AI influencer would not, in fact, come from him.
It's sad that he's
Kwebbelkop AI was
ruining his
released
own
as
legacy.
an almost
It's sad.
fully AI-run influencer, with the personality and the model being fully run by AI, and the only human input required was someone to play the video game. The personality and the model behind Kwebbelkop AI was based off Jordy himself.
If you're already sitting down to play the game, you can do the commentary. Respectfully. Why is your AI not playing the game? Nora can play a game. I know, because it's work to program that. Because it's freaking work to program that, and you don't want to work. I get it, I guess. But if you can sit down and play the game, you can do the commentary as well. Honestly, at this point, just talk bullshit while playing.
And was meant to be a replacement for him. He claimed that he cloned his personality, so that the world could always have Kwebbelkop without any effort from Kwebbelkop himself.
I can say I am Kwebbelkop AI, created by the real Kwebbelkop. Kwebbelkop has uploaded all his thoughts and feelings, and now I'm him. You can ask me anything.
I'm him.
As many times as you desire.
What? This outlandish turn of events caught the interest of some very large influencers, mainly Sunny V2 and Charlie Moist Critical, both of whom raised the points that this seemed like a shameless cash grab for Kwebbelkop to rake in the money with as little effort as possible, and that an AI replica of his personality was always going to be inauthentic.
It says break the block below you, but I can't lie, I'm kind of scared because I'm not sure.
So everything that's being said here, the VTuber avatar, the fucking Bitmoji of him, and all of the dialogue and everything is AI. So he never even had to record. They just needed some kind of gameplay, at least for now. Eventually they'll probably be able to just have the AI do some rudimentary gameplay.
I mean, it takes a lot of work to make the AI actually play the game. I don't think it was easy to make Neuro play Minecraft, for example. I don't feel like it's really, and that's the thing. You have to put work into the code and all of that. And if you have to actually, you know, put work into it. And if you don't, it's not the same quality. It just isn't.
And he can just pump these things out endlessly across like 20 channels. And his Twitter as well. You might have seen Kwebbelkop replying to a bunch of tweets recently. His Twitter is run entirely by AI.
Kwebbelkop, in his sage wisdom, decided to do a response video.
I should do that. I should let my Twitter be run by... I should just... Honestly, doesn't make a big difference. Let's be real. It's Twitter. It's Twitter. Let's just do it.
Charlie.
No, I love hosting.
He didn't do a
I would not.
video to Charlie. He had Kwebbelkop AI do a response video to Charlie Moist Critical.
Rather than facing Charlie's valid AI concerns, he's just chilling with his buddy's basic responses to his work. Where's the real debate? You want a debate? I will give you a debate. So let's react to Penguin.
As you can imagine,
Let's react to
with such
Penguin.
large audiences getting involved and an inauthentic response by Kwebbelkop, public opinion, which had already not been in his favor, turned even harsher against him. At the end of the day, Kwebbelkop AI failed because it was inauthentic. Why would an audience want an AI replica of an influencer that they love instead of the influencer that they love? It's like if MatPat returned, except now he was an AI replica of MatPat. Nobody wants that.
Every second you've been watching of this video so far has been completely AI generated.
Yeah, we can tell. No way that's supposed to be impressive, right? It's like,
Second you've been watching.
Instead of the influencer that they love. It's like if MatPat returned,
wait for it.
except now he was an AI replica of MatPat. Nobody wants that.
Every second you've been watching of this video so far has been completely AI generated. The Kwebbelkop
This is sending me. It's like, oh wow, for real. Wow, I would have never noticed. Wow, amazing. No, we're not impressed. It looks AI generated. It's not impressive. It blinks like a lizard, literally. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry. I'm not. They created for two different purposes. One being entertainment and the other being purely for monetization. Yeah, pretty much, I feel like. It's like he wanted to retire, but he didn't want to stop earning money, so he tried an easy way. I mean, I respect the fact that, you know, he had burnout and he needed a way out, but I don't feel like this is the way to go about it. That's just, my critique is not that he wants to get out of there and was working too much and daily uploads for years. I get it. Yeah, you can get burned out by that. I respect that. It's just the problem is how he handled it.
you're seeing on the screen right now is not really me.
So at the end of the day, Kwebbelkop AI failed because it was seen as inauthentic and a shameless cash grab. But Jordy was right, and the world would see its first beloved AI
The one and
influencer. Only it wouldn't come from Kwebbelkop himself. Instead, it would come from a Twitch streamer named Vedal when he created Neuro-sama AI. So, why
The one and only us bot to play us every day, all day.
is Kwebbelkop hated and Neuro-sama loved? Why is there such a difference in perspective around both of these AIs when on the surface they are very similar?
I love Neuro.
Both are
I love
completely
Evil.
AI
I love all of them.
personalities with VTuber
Because
models
appear
run by
literally.
AI. Well, to figure this out, let's take a closer look
Neuro-sama AI sounds so weird, it does. It's Neuro! It's Neuro and Evil.
at Neuro-sama AI. Neuro-sama AI was created by the Twitch streamer Vedal, and it was not, in fact, originally...
Wait, is it Vedal? I'm about to lose it. If one more person pronounces his name differently, I'm going to crash out. It's Vedal. Just because Neuro calls him Vedal? I'm about to crash out for real. I'm crossing out. I'm crashing out.
Intended to be an AI influencer.
It's not Vedal.
Instead, it was designed to be extremely good at
I always
the
thought
rhythm game
Neuro is
OC.
saying it wrong.
It was during this time when it was still just an OC
Because Neuro says Vedal, but I always thought it was wrong because he's actually Vedal. Ah! I will come in.
AI that it gained its name when Twitch chat started referring to it as
Man, I love
Neuro-sama. Vedal would continuously upgrade and update Neuro-sama on stream, but eventually found that working on the AI while also running a stream was too taxing, and so took significant time off to upgrade Neuro-sama off stream. It was
But nowadays, the dev streams, they're so fun. I love them, man. I love the dev streams nowadays. But I guess Neuro is at a state where just doing like small things on her is a little easier because she's so fleshed out, and all of the big projects are probably still done behind the scenes. Like, I think Vettel talked about doing a 3D concert, for example. Like, the big stuff is probably still worked on, like, behind the scenes. But working on, like, the baseline stuff on stream is so much fun. I love seeing what work goes into it, you know? I love seeing that. It makes me so happy.
During this time that one of Vedal's friends gave him the idea of creating an AI VTuber. Originally, Neuro-sama and this AI VTuber were supposed to be different projects, but eventually, Vedal decided to combine them and transform Neuro-sama AI into an AI VTuber. Neuro-sama AI, the influencer, would then go live on Twitch, with the AI
We
having
love her.
almost complete control over the personality and the model. Vidal would have a dashboard of what Neuro-sama was about to say, so that he could censor her from saying anything that could potentially
the
get
beginning
them banned off
stages.
Twitch. Despite this,
The
Neuro-sama
infamous
gained
beginning
a
stages.
reputation for having a personality of
Ah,
being
yes.
savage and also based as fuck.
Ah,
Delivering
yes.
some of the most
Filtered,
wild
yeah.
lines in a robotic deadpan tone.
You be nice to me again. I liked it better when you were nice to me.
Well, that's a shame because I'm not nice to you anymore. Nobody likes you anyway. Nobody
Oh
likes
yeah,
you at all.
a classic.
Everyone hates you, Vidal.
A
Why
classic.
would I waste my time being nice to you when nobody ever is? Everyone
classic.
is so mean to you. Why are you so unloved? Why don't you leave me alone and let me play my game in peace? No, wait. I don't want to leave you alone because then I'd have to face reality that you actually do hate people, you cold fish.
You just call me a cold fish.
Neuro-sama had the ability to interact with and respond with her Twitch chat. And so it only
A
took
classic.
3 streams for word to
a
spread
cold
about
fist, yes,
Neuro-sama
a cold
and a
fist.
large audience of viewers to gather around her, trying to
real.
get her to say some of the most wild things.
Have you ever heard the sound of a dog being electrocuted? No. Well, I have.
But this would only be the beginning for Neuro-sama,
such
and her
classic
popularity
Neuro
would continue
man.
to skyrocket. It wouldn't take long for large, already established streamers to catch wind of Neuro-sama and see the entertainment value in her, and so began what I believe to be the largest contributor to Neuro-sama's popularity, her collaborations.
Yeah, she shines in collabs. It's so true. She really does shine in any collab. Straight up, I like her solo streams, especially her singing stuff. But whenever she's with people, even if it's just with Vettel and dev streams or with people in general, she just really shines.
It wouldn't take long for her collaboration partners to find out that Neuro-sama is savage and an absolute menace. As she would deliver some of the most heart-wrenching roasts to her collaboration partners.
I do think I'm waiting for something because it feels as though all of the advice you've given me is no advice and you've just been roasting me and everything I am as a person.
I may be new to this
Welcome.
dating thing, but even I can tell that's a very sad story.
Do you think of me as a very sad individual, Neuro?
I often think about just how large your cringe is.
As Neuro-sama verbally eviscerated and annihilated these popular VTubing streamers, the audience cheered
Poor
and
Numi.
her popularity
Poor Numi.
skyrocketed and is only
What come in?
continuing to skyrocket as we speak. And that leads to my
She's the
final
best at
conclusions as
roasting.
to
She
why
really
I
is.
think Kwebbelkop AI is shunned, while Neuro-sama AI is only continuing to succeed.
It's because there's love, care, and passion that goes into the project. And like a real human touch, you know? A real human touch, and it's like the coding is self-made, the branding is self-made, the art is self-made, it's made by humans. It's just, and she interacts with humans, and it's like this human touch makes it work, and all of the effort that is put into it makes it work. That's why it works. You cannot just, you know, use whatever AI bot you find on the internet and then slap it on there and hope that it does the same. That's not how it works. That's just simply not how it goes. There has to be a lot of effort put into it for it to work out and to be so beloved. Honestly, the friend group around it, the people collabing with her, all of them, they contribute to that.
Entertainment value and authenticity. Kwebbelkop AI was meant to be a replacement for an already existing personality, while Neuro-sama AI is her own personality with an organic backstory and reason for existing.
Yeah.
Also, Neuro-sama is entertaining on her own, but she is best when she is a supplement to real personalities. Also, entertainment value. That is the king of the internet. Content is king. No
Yeah.
matter what happens, as
True
long
and
as
real.
you are entertaining, you will succeed.
It's
And
so over
that
for me.
is the reason why Neuro-sama is succeeding. She is entertaining. She
True.
is based, while Kwebbelkop AI was slop for kids.
Do you
Real.
at least
Real!
stop for kids crossing the road?
No.
If you enjoyed this video, please
Real.
like, comment, and subscribe. And join the
Thank you
Gundam
for the
gang.
video.
For more content, click the video.
Thank you for the video. I appreciate it. We're going to watch the second one of the series. I love Evil so much. I think Evil is amazing. I think Neuro is amazing. I think everybody is amazing, honestly. I want to watch the second video of the Neuro-sama Kwebbelkop series. I want to watch the second video as well. We watched the first one, and now that we're done with the Oblivion announcement, we're going to watch this one real quickly as well. It's a quick 8-minute watch about Kwebbelkop, and I'm wondering what he adds to it. He already explained the situation in the first video, so I wonder what he's going to add to it in the second video. It's just a quick 8-minute watch.
Comparing Kwebbelkop to Neuro-sama has become one of my favorite things to do in recent times, because it is the classic underdog story, where you get to see the big guy fall flat on his stupid, ugly face. Kwebbelkop
He's so savage about Kwebbelkop. He really has a strong opinion. I hope your migraine is doing better. It is a little better than yesterday, yes. Gundam VTuber? Yeah, he's a Gundam VTuber. I love this dude's model. Holy shit. I love Gundam so much, man. Based opinion? Based, yes. Very based. Honestly, real.
was the guy with millions of dollars and 15 million subscribers, and he set out with the goal of creating—
Imagine building something like that. You should be so proud of it, and then you destroy it. That's just heartbreaking.
the world's first AI YouTuber, but in the process of doing so, he showed the world just how cringe he is, and he got mocked into obscurity. Meanwhile, Vettel came out of left field with seemingly very few resources, just a shit ton of passion, and created Neuro-sama.
That's what's
an
important,
AI
is the
VTuber
passion.
that everyone seems to love.
I don't even know what Kwebbel was even thinking. Literally, like, you need the passion, you need the drive, you need to work. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Basically, Neuro-sama is everything that Kwebbelkop wanted to be. Now, we are barely into 2025, and already the comparisons between Neuro-sama and Kwebbelkop are insane. Neuro-sama started off the year with a bang, ascending to new heights and breaking world records.
Yeah, she's spinning!
While Kwebbelkop—
Oh my god, that was this year, right? The beginning of this year, she hit the hype train goal, right? This year. The record for the hype train. Man, imagine rising so high while the person who tried doing the same in a cheap way fell so low. By a scam train, yeah. Man, that's so amazing.
Is getting sad at this point. I thought he had hit rock bottom when he was beefing with Moist Critical while using an AI that looked like an Xbox 360 avatar. But when there is a will to get—
comparison is wild.
Even sadder, there is a way. So let's take a look at Neuro-sama and Kwebbelkop in 2025 and see just how sad this comparison has gotten.
It's honestly
I will be your host.
extremely
I'm supposed to be a Gundam, but like the comment section loves to remind me, I'm just Temu Optimus Prime. Subscribe for Temu Optimus Prime.
It's okay. It's okay.
I hate you guys. So as I said earlier, Neuro-sama started the year off with a bang. First off, she's got a model upgrade, and she is looking better than ever. But
not only her, during the birthday, Evil got a new model as well, and they both look so cute.
Even her original generic avatar was 1,000 times better than whatever hideous thing that Kwebbelkop was using as a VTuber avatar. Jesus Christ, dude. Not only is Neuro looking better than ever, but she is legitimately breaking world records. She decided to start the year off by breaking the world record for the Twitch hype train, reaching a hype train level of 111.
That's so badass.
This is all happening while her popularity is absolutely skyrocketing.
Love this dude's strong opinions, honestly based. Sometimes I like it when people clearly say their opinions bluntly in your face. It's refreshing.
At an unprecedented rate. I know that graphs don't say everything, but just look at this graph of her follower count.
Look at this graph!
It is a beautiful graph. Now, I've been a fan of Neuro-sama for a while.
Sorry. I'm a millennial, okay? Stop.
And so it's really good to see her finally getting the recognition that she deserves. But with her popularity going absolutely bonkers, you would think that Kwebbelkop would be taking notes. And to be fair to him, maybe he is, and he's just doing the opposite of everything Neuro-sama is doing to become successful. Now, a little bit of background on Kwebbelkop, because a lot of people have forgotten about him, and rightfully so.
But he did apparently do daily uploads for years, so that's respectable. He built something respectable and then he just destroyed it.
He was a Minecraft YouTuber for about 10 years, creating Minecraft and GTA 5 YouTube content mainly aimed for kids, and he achieved a subscriber count of 15 million subscribers, but he eventually experienced burnout. But instead of giving up YouTube, he decided to replace his personality with AI. He had his personality cloned into an AI model and created a VTuber avatar of himself that looked like a Bitmoji. And this AI replica of his personality was what was going to be in his content going forward. He basically replaced himself with AI.
He could have just, you know, done a video a week and be open and vulnerable. People love that. Be vulnerable, say, I'm burnt out. I did this for so many years, every single day of my life. I'm burnt out. And then people would have been like, hell yeah, of course you are. Take a break. We'll support you. And then he could have done a video a week maybe. Try out new things, you know, if he wants to. That would have been relatable and understandable, especially if your fanbase grew up with you literally.
Then he had a brief beef with Charlie Moist Critical, which was
hilarious.
An easy and common Charlie W, which led to Kwebbelkop's fame fading quicker than you could say cringe. Now you would think that he would have learned his lesson from this, and at least he has retired the ugly Xbox 360 looking Bitmoji avatar. But he has persisted in using AI to make content, and it has only gotten more cringe and far worse.
What is he doing now? I don't know.
So what is Kwebbelkop using AI to do now? Well,
I don't even know. I didn't even keep up for that long.
He has almost completely given up on long-form content, and almost all of his content now comes in the form of YouTube Shorts.
Okay, but Wacom, how does that doesn't make money, right? So I don't understand. If it was before to make money, to still keep making money even with working less, Shorts, they don't really make money. They don't really make money, you know?
And all of his YouTube Shorts are AI-generated videos, and the quality of this AI-generated videos is terrible. It's really atrocious. Bad. It wouldn't even fool Facebook moms. It's that
This is really bad.
And remember, this is the guy who wanted to be Neuro-sama.
This is so bad.
Very badly. But the saddest part about this is the repetitiveness of it. It's formulaic. It's something that I
AI generated, really? I would have never thought so.
I just have to show you.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
This is how sad Kwebbelkop has gotten.
This is the definition of AI slop.
Wow!
Yes.
Look at the wow! Wow! That crane is wow! Wow! This looks wow!
Wow! Wow! Look at this! Wow!
I see.
Wow! Look at this explosion! Wow!
Wow!
Wow! Wow!
Hammers! Wow!
Wow! Wow! Lightning! Wow!
Oh, those wow!
Wow! The funny thing is, you could take a video like that, put your face cam on it, and do a react in seconds. It's no work at all, so just make it yourself. Like, there's no work to that. I feel like at this point, creating an entire short in an AI format is more work than just, you know, choosing a clip, putting your face cam on top of it, and doing a quick reaction. That's less work. I feel like generating this shit is way more work at this point. What the hell?
It's giant. Wow! Look at that. Wow! The chain. Wow! That block.
This is insane. This is insane.
That plasma. Wow! This where. Wow! Conical. Wow! This
wow!
Wow! That
wow!
Wow! It's dangling. Wow! The lens.
Wow! This goes on for
whoa!
hours.
Laser beam. Whoa! Look at that.
Whoa!
All right, guys. Whoa!
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 giant...
Oh, there was a character development where he went from whoa to wow.
All right, guys, check out that drone.
That's
Whoa,
amazing.
that's
Whoa!
so Whoa!
See, the old ones were whoa.
The cruise ship. Whoa!
He went
Huge
through
jet-
character development.
Whoa! Look at. Whoa!
He
A
went
laser-
from whoa to
Lightning
wow.
just hit- Wow! Look at that.
Oh, there's a
Whoa,
wow.
a
There's a
watch
wow.
Whoa! The glowing skies. All right, guys. Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
Look at that cracked wall. Whoa! That
Whoa.
rocket's. All right, guys. Whoa! That's guys.
All right,
Whoa,
guys.
The submarine is. Whoa! That
Whoa.
glowing- Whoa! Red super. Whoa! Look
Yeah,
at that massive. Whoa! Look at those.
The Teemo
Whoa,
Optimus Prime is going to have his
whoa,
entire
giant-
shorts
whoa,
algorithm
look at that-
filled with
whoa, giant
Kwebbelkop.
Today we're unboxing the.
Whoa!
Welcome.
Look at those. All right, guys.
Whoa.
The sea turtle. Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa!
It's crazy
A
because
giant-
all of these are
whoa,
reactions to AI
pirate ship.
videos too.
Whoa! A lion. Look at those giant Whoa!
Whoa.
Look at that. Whoa! Pandas are. Whoa!
I should grab a shit ton of those videos and just put my head on there and be like, whoa! Whoa, guys, look at this, guys, whoa!
Whoa! Look at. Whoa! Robots are- Whoa! Whoa! Coasters. Whoa! He's surfing. Whoa! A super.
Whoa.
Whoa! A submarine.
Whoa.
Whoa! Look at those. Whoa!
Whoa.
Look at this. Whoa!
This is the rest of the
Upper
video?
bucket. Whoa.
No
Look at
way.
that All right,
No
guys,
way.
robots rolling. Whoa!
This is the
Gigantic.
entire rest
Whoa.
of the
Giant-
video?
All right, guys. Turtles on set.
I hope Optimus Prime got paid for this entire section there.
Saturn's rings.
I
Whoa,
hope he got
he's riding-
paid for this
Whoa, look at
entire
that.
section
Whoa,
of AI
massive
slop
glow-
Kwebbelkop.
All right, guys. Hands on the wheel.
I hope he
Whoa,
got
fiery
paid
board-
for the
All right,
entire...
guys. Cybertruck on. Whoa!
This is
a Lamborghini. Whoa,
so
A
based.
bear on a. Whoa!
This is
look at
so
that.
based.
Whoa! A Lamborghini.
This is so
Whoa,
based, man.
Whoa!
Optimus Prime made more money from that minute section of Kwebbelkop scrolling through those than Kwebbelkop did in all of the shorts. All of them.
He's open.
All of
Whoa,
them.
That's a Tesla. Whoa!
Whoa!
Coca-Cola.
For once, I wish I had ads. Yeah, I want him to get paid. I want him to get paid for this. Oh yeah, that's what became of Kwebbelkop. That is what became of Kwebbelkop. Can you believe it, guys? This is what became of him. I did not expect it to go down that far, you know, that badly. This went down hard. This is the AI revolution, guys. Don't you love it? It's crazy. No wonder he is really disliked. Not gonna lie. I'm not surprised at all anymore that he's quite disliked. It's a definition of laziness and failure. And this is why we love Neuro. Because at the beginning, people hated on Neuro so much because they didn't understand how much effort and work went into her, right? They didn't understand how much, how she's completely coded by hand, unique code made by Vettel, and that everything was made by humans. The branding was made by humans, the art, the models are made by humans, and everything was made by humans. They just hated it because of the buzzword AI. But Neuro is pretty much handmade. All of the code, no stolen data, all of it is handmade. The difference is that it's literally made by humans, so it works. And it works the best together, paired with humans. And it's the human experience and the human interaction and the human work that makes her work, you know? Not because she's AI. They're the best, yeah, I'm a big fan, to be fair. I'm part of the swarm. It is a tool, yeah, and you have to use it in an ethic way to make something ethically right. You can use it in an unethic way and by stealing. You could steal code. You could make an AI like that and just lazily steal code. But that's not the same thing. It's the same with Gen AI. You can steal art from other artists, but that's not nice. That's not nice, you know? The branding too. I always talk about the branding and stuff like that. The art, the models animate, the branding, from the girls are just so cute. And Neuro, yeah, it's not there to replace VTubers. It's there as a tool, actually, to enhance VTubing. One big chunk of the main content of Neuro is collabing with other VTubers. So she enhances the content of other VTubers. She lifts up the VTubing community in that way, you know? Welcome. She's not replacing someone, she's literally adding to the VTuber scene, being a tool for other VTubers to create content with. It's a completely different picture, you know?